I want to answer some more of your questions. But before I answer some of your questions, everybody here is on a different level. Would you guys agree? Yeah, we're all here on a different level. So I want to build a small foundation before we answer some questions, because I think once I do, you're going to have even more questions. Okay? So that's the good thing. I can sit here when I spoke through SEO Pros, people paid anywhere from $1,600 to $5,000 a head, depending on how long the boot camp was. And we take them 1, 2, or 3 days solid of nothing but SEO, search engine optimization. Can you imagine that? Talk about brain frying, right? That's what we did. It's a party. It's a great party. It's a great party. It's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google something here. Let's just say shoes. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah. This looking good? You can notice I'm a Mac guy here, and this is one of the things I love about a Mac, is I can just quickly change the zoom there. All right, so right here at the top, are you familiar with this little section here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why do you think it's so big?
They
paid big money. If you see nothing at the top in the paid category, it's because Google's saying, you haven't made this offer high enough for us to even take you seriously. We're going to throw you over here. No one's getting it until they raise the bid amount. Okay? How much traffic do you think this gets? Massive traffic, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I baited you, I'm sorry. I set you up. I really did. It only gets 3 to 5%. 3 to 5% of all traffic, all available search traffic.
I always ignore it.
Yeah, I do too.
What do you think this guy here gets? Right here at the top.
More than them.
It's the same one.
The same, yeah.
It's the same one, but they're number one,
dominating
right?
the shoes.
Well, they're paying. Yeah, that's a strategy there. You'll get more clicks here in the free section if you pay up there as well. It's proven. How much traffic? 33 to 45% of all available search traffic for shoes is going right there at the top of the list.
You saying they paid though?
They pay up here.
No, they were
You
not.
cannot pay Google to put you here. Ever. Okay? Over here again, this is paid as well, but that's not where our focus or attention is. Now this number 2 right here, how much traffic? We're all the way down to 10%.
Wait, I'm not, I didn't quite understand what you're saying, that if you're on the top, you're not gonna get the clicks, but if you go scroll down a little bit more, or is it because of the free shipping?
This is the paid area, so it's kind of like the difference of, are you going to take more responsiveness of watching a commercial on television, or are you going to take more responsiveness when it's reported on the news? You're going to think it's a lot more credible when it's reported and broadcasted on the news, rather than some radio announcer screaming at you to get your attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We are 2,000 advertisements a day. Who wants more advertisement? Right? We don't. We'll pay. We'll pay for satellite radio. We'll pay for cable. We'll pay for DVR service just so we can get away from the commercials. Nobody wants more advertisement. We'll pay for it. Okay, so let's go all the way down to the bottom here. This last one here. Anybody want to guess? This is all the way at the bottom of the page. How much traffic does that get? 3 to 5%.
Really?
You can be number 10 all the way at the bottom list on Google. Okay? Ugly redheaded stepchild at the bottom of the page. Right? And you're still going to get as much traffic as the paid traffic all the way at the top of the list. Here's another thing, the fact, guys. How many people are sharing that 3 to 5% of the traffic on that page? Think about that. But this guy gets, all of it. So those things to consider. Now that I've laid out that landscape and you understand the Google page, let's take a few questions.
On the right-hand side, where they're paid but not enough, what do they get?
I'm sorry?
What do they get on the right-hand side where they're paid but not paid enough? They haven't paid enough.
They still get some traffic. but it's less traffic. The majority of the traffic goes to the #1 slot. In this case, it's so competitive, Google's given it 3 slots at the top.
So would it be about 3 to 5% on the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side, again, all of the traffic together from the paid ads share a total of 3 to 5%. So the first couple maybe get 1-2%, and then the whole sidebar maybe get 1%, you know, here over there, and that's how it breaks down. Depends on the ad too.
So is there different pricing from in Google for the top and the side?
It's an auction.
Oh,
You pay per click what the market will bear. Erica, one of my clients, is paying $15 a click right now on paid traffic, just to get somebody on their website. More questions? All right.
So, you
So-
know, I got a question.
Go ahead.
If you have to pay to be on the top, but you're not getting the results that you want, why would anybody want to pay?
Oh, you can definitely get results from 3 to 5% of the traffic. It's instant gratification too. Takes a lot of long, hard work to get up in these organic rankings. If I wanted to go after this keyword shoes, it might take my team 1 to 2 years.
So it behooves you to pay to be at the top if you have the money to pay.
Right, why not get that instant gratification, pay the most of everybody else, and now all of a sudden I've got instant sustainable traffic to my website on not 1 keyword, but 50. Does that make sense? Now I'm in front of 50 keywords.
So, this is an interesting question. If you don't pay, let's say you just have a website, where does it stack up according to Google? Last one in, last one
That's a good question. In this particular keyword, you have 1 in a billion chance of getting there. 1 in 1.5 billion chance of being at the top. Now, what if we drill down? What if we want to be very specific and we say pink girls shoes? Now we're down to 70,300,000 results. Can you see the difference in the competition there? Would you rather compete with the 1.5 billion pages or 70 million? What if you just sell pink girl shoes? Do you want to be in front of those billion searches if you only sell pink girl shoes? No. So a big part of search engine optimization is understanding and monetizing the right keyword. If you were not in front of the right keyword, you are wasting your money.
If you put pink girl shoes in quotation marks, does that make a big change?
It does, but do you ever use quotes when you search?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in the minority, my friend. You're in the absolute vast minority. It helps you refine and drill down, but then you're talking about a very, very small percentage of the search traffic, and what will happen is the ones that are still ranking up here, if you put it in quotes, it's going to narrow down the number of searches, the number of results, but you're still going to get most of the same people in there that are at the top.
What are your chances of getting on the first page, period? And what happens when you get to the second page or the 5th page?
According to this, it would be 1 in 70,300,000.
Okay, so but what if,
We have a
okay, then the
chance.
question is really, what sort of traffic do you get if you say 1 on the 2nd page and 2 on the 5th or 6th page?
86% of the traffic never leaves the top 10 results.
Wow.
Once you're optimized, is there maintenance involved?
Yes.
I don't
Okay, the
understand
biggest scam on the internet. We're gonna submit you to 300 search engines for $100. Ask me how many of my clients I've ever submitted to a search engine. Why? All you're doing is asking the search engine to visit your page. Is that gonna help you rank? No. If you go right now and you post a YouTube video and link it back to your website in the little comment area, you will have Google on your page in 10 minutes. If you submit to the search engine and you ask them nicely to come by when they're not busy, you might see them in 3 months. Very interesting.
And what what's the other thing though? If you do a video, on YouTube
And link.
it
Or
to
if
what?
you just link to your face from your Facebook page. As long as your Facebook page is public, not private, you may have Google on there in 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes indexing your page. And what it means to index your page is it means it becomes part of this 700,300,000 or 70,300,000 results. That's all it means once it visits your page. So who wants to pay $300 to have your site submitted to 300 search engines? So you can become part of that 70,301,000 results. It's about as effective as a lottery ticket, buying 300 at once.
You got 1 billion chance.
Actually, you'd have a higher percentage of the lottery tickets.
Yeah.
300 at once.
I got a question, it's kind of interesting. So let's say you're doing, you're tying this stuff in and you're indexing, but you still got 1 billion chances that somebody's gonna look at your webpage or.
Right, and that's without search engine optimization. That's where search engine optimization comes in. And we touched on this yesterday. So how do you get your website to rank? It's very simple. It's a lot of hard work. Here's how it's done. There's no super secret formula. It's kind of like knowing the rules of chess. Do you guys know the rules of chess? Raise your hand if you know the rules of chess. Raise your hand if you really know how to checkmate someone. Raise your hand if you can hang out with a grand wizard or grand master of chess. That's what you need. You need to be at the top. You need to be like that grand master. So real quick, 5 things you can do to rank in the search engines. Articles. None from the Philippines. No automated generated spam. Don't spam the search engines. No English as a second language stuff. I mean, we're talking correct grammatical spelling, punctuation, quality content. You know how far Google has gone in their algorithm? They're teaching their search engine the relationship between words. Not only are they checking spelling, grammar, and punctuation, they're saying this is a high quality article, this is a low quality article, what words are being used and tied together in a way that makes this one higher or lower, and they're giving a quality score to your site based on that. The content that you circulate on the web, whether it is articles, blog posts, so you can post on a friend's blog, say, hey, can I guest blog, and post, and then you link that back to your website. You go ahead and create Web 2 properties, like Squidoo is one, Hub Pages is one, Webs, okay, Weebly. All of these websites allow you to create free websites. You put that content on there and you link back, okay?
What did you say they were? Wiggly?
Weebly. Weebly.
Weebly and what was the other one?
Webs, these are all free websites. Just Google free website builder. You know what? And you'll have tons of them come up. This is how you do it. And you want relevant content. If you're selling donuts, write about donuts. Don't write about barbells. Barbells and donuts just don't go together, okay? So you're gonna do all of that. You circulate that content around the web. And if you're on a local level, once you do that 300 to 1,000 times, and you've optimized your site and it's relevant, you're gonna have a really good shot at being in the top 10 of Google. It takes a lot of work. There are no more shortcuts. More questions, last questions.
Did you cover all 5 things?
Articles, Web 2.0 properties, social media, tweet about your site, post on Facebook. Don't be annoying, please. Be very engaging, right? On-page relevancy and optimization. What keywords are you trying to target? Go to the Google keyword tool. It's free. Search in your niche and look for what people are actually searching for. That's what you want to optimize for. For localized traffic, you need to put the city and state on the page. You need to make it prominent in the title tags and the H1 tags. Your web designer will know that is. H1 tags, write that down.
What's that?
H1 tags, write that down. And title tags. Your keywords need to be prominent in those areas.
Is this how you get out of Alcatraz as well?
Yeah.
The 5th one is to pray very hard.
Oh wait,
That is how you get on
2 is web 0.0, 3 is social media. What is 4, 5?
Articles, blog posts,
Yeah.
What is Web 2.0?
free website builder. You Google free website builder. Those are all Web 2.0 properties.
Remember how I talked about sometimes we do events where there are 2-3 days of just SEO?
This
I'm
can
so
go on
glad you
forever.
asked.
I
If you
promise.
come back tomorrow, we will give you a special session. Do you think he knows what he's talking about? All right, big round of applause, guys.
Thank you guys.